Well, there's an apprehensive mood here in Kyiv as Ukraine marks 3 years since the full-scale invasion of Russia. Unclear whether Western nation support will endure or Ukraine will be sold out through a Trump-Putin deal. There's been so much comment and speculation about what next for Ukraine. But as President Trump chooses to rekindle his relationship with President Putin, supporting Russia rather than Ukraine at the United Nations, and label President Zelensky the dictator rather than Putin, we can assume America's decades-old relationship with Europe has fundamentally changed, and Europe is increasingly on its own. If a deal is struck on Putin's terms, it's clear Moscow's aggression will not end there. He sees Ukraine as a non-state, a region that belongs to Russia. So the current choice, though this might change, for Ukraine and Europe is simple. A poor peace deal with limited security guarantees and certainly no NATO membership. In other words, appease Russia and risk a bigger conflict further down the road. Or Europe agrees to step up its military assistance to Ukraine so it can actually win this war. But after 3 years of war, the awkward question facing the West and indeed NATO, why was our support just enough to prevent Ukraine from losing, but not enough to ensure that they could win? Militarily, Europe certainly has the defense industry and the hard power to provide the necessary help. So what's being asked at this conference here in Kyiv is, do we have the political will? The answer must be yes. After 3 years, it's now time to win. Pause a second and ask where all this could go. What happens to European security and our economy if Putin is left to pursue his own expansionist agenda? This cannot be 1938. Let's not appease the bully. This is Europe's moment to step up, to unite, and to continue to fight for Ukraine. Let's not give Putin the victory that will give him the space to rearm, regroup, and attack again. Let's not surrender.